Bond stands alone.
17 seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Washington outside left. Roethlisberger has time. Throws to the back of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Holmes.
Minute remaining, and they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Ervin. Ervin and Curry, one-on-one. Ervin puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another special edition of Taproom Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks. Let's join with my man, Ervin Washington, and Big Ball and Ben Larson. We got a lovely show on deck. We are previewing the NFL tonight. We got a handful of games. We're going to do an extra game than we normally do this week, too, because I think we got a good one on deck, which we just came to agreement on right before we went on. So, excited to get this show started. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Getting closer to Friday, so that means it's good for me.
This guy and this fucking Fridays, dude.
Oh,
Every
weekend warrior, bro. Weekend warrior.
You really are a weekend warrior. Hey, appreciate that once you get older.
Yeah.
I do have to mention we are being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even got to leave your couch. Now that it's the pandemic's kind of over, it's more people are leaving their couch, so it's not as cool.
Yeah, but you still can't get a lot of those beers.
It's true. You cannot get a lot of those
local,
beers unless you're local to some of those areas. So if you do like craft beer, it is a great service. I do recommend it. Tavour.com, promo code TAPROOM, $10 off your first purchase, $25 or more. It's basically 2 free beers on us. So you're welcome. And thank you. With that being said, we don't really have a ton of news today, NFL-wise, NFL-worthy. Baseball is a little boring. We basically only have the Mets and Braves battling for the NL East.
I mean, Judge hit 60 today. It's pretty big.
I think the bigger story in that game is how trash Will Crow is, because he went into the 9th inning up 9-4 and ends up losing the game, dude.
Yep.
That's pretty trash. But yeah, Judge 60 home runs. I mean, it's incredible. The guy's gonna get a ginormous contract this offseason, and will honestly probably be overpaid because he'll probably never duplicate what he did this year. But that's it is what it is.
As long as he stays close to it, he'll be all right. 40 home runs a year, 100 plus RBIs.
Yeah, and I mean, on a better team could be. I mean, that's the most impressive thing to me is that he's really been
his
doing
lineup
this
is dog shit.
Dog shit team, dude. And that the White Sox just gave up 4 runs in the top of the 11th inning. So, RIP to the White Sox playoff chances.
Pack them up.
Yep.
They're basically.
Did you see what is it? 29 points in the Blue Jays Phillies game today.
Damn.
Yep. 18-11.
It's more points scored than most Iowa football games this year.
Yeah.
True story, dude.
Worst QB in the FBS.
Oh, by far, dude. It's not even close anymore.
New Mexico QB is better than him.
The A's just beat the Mariners too, by the way, 4-1.
The Dodgers are losing to the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, but they won the game earlier.
Yeah, doubleheader. Yeah.
Yeah, we won the first game. We're not gonna get the record, but we probably win like 110.
Nah, I mean, dude, it would have taken you guys would have had to go 14-2 in their last 16 games to win the record.
Yeah, we'll probably win like 110.
Yeah,
but we'll get the record next year when we get Shohei Ohtani.
Dude, the record doesn't even matter. You guys are like the best regular season team all the time, and then you guys fucking end up choking in the playoffs.
Kershaw.
That's fine. Just look at your hat. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, 9 world titles, bro. That's more than the Dodgers. So
That's fine.
count
You haven't
them up,
won.
baby. Count them up. 9.
You haven't won one since '89, though.
9. I don't care. I was born in '89. I mean, I was alive in '89. I was born before '89.
Yeah, I was alive. I was alive in 2020, so we good.
2, 3.
Bro, you got less championships than the A's too, bro. And Giants got lucky on all 3 of those, dude.
That's why they ain't been shit since.
Dude, seriously, like they sold their souls to the fucking baseball gods, dude.
I still gotta be there, so that's all that matters.
Wait, didn't they go to 7 games in all those World Series too?
No, not all of them. Because the Tigers series they won, I think, in 6 or 5.
Yeah,
they dominated that shit. And then I think the Rangers series they dominated too. But they did go to like 7 games in all the NLCSs.
Okay,
the Cardinals series.
I was at that game 7 in 2012.
Was that the one against the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Didn't somebody hit a walk-off or some shit?
Yep, when Scudero was out there in the rain.
Bro,
it's fucking beautiful. That was the triple hit game too.
Dude, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, the White Sox are so terrible, dude. What the hell is going on?
They gave up more runs.
This dude went to go steal third, and the catcher goes to throw it, and the dude doesn't catch it, and he fucking walks home. 10-5 now. They scored 5 runs in the top of the 11th. Dude, the Cleveland Guardians just put up 10 runs in this game. I don't think they scored 10 runs in the last 2 weeks combined. That's impressive.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Is they gonna win the division?
Oh yeah, for sure now, dude. Because the closest team to them is the White Sox. The White Sox basically had to sweep this series to make it close, and not looking good. Anyway, sorry to all the White Sox fans. I apologize. But let's talk about some NFL football. Why don't we? We're heading into week 3. We got an excellent Thursday night matchup. I mean, a barn burner. We got the Steelers heading into Cleveland. The Steelers right now, they are +4. Cleveland Browns, I almost said Guardians. I had them on my mind. Cleveland Guardians -4. Some of these spots you could get +4.5. So if you like the Steelers, you can get that extra half point. If you like the Browns, shot for it at -4. And then the over-under, the total is 38.5, which seems relatively low for a Cleveland team that's been putting up points but can't stop anybody.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about this game here?
How much of a problem do you think these injuries are going to be? You got Myles Garrett coming in as questionable, Chris Hubbard questionable, Harrison Bryant questionable.
Well, Garrett's always questionable.
Okay. As
long as by Tuesday you're not doubtful, you're going to play. You know, a lot of these coaches put guys like Tom Brady's been questionable on the injury report since fucking like 2004. You know, some of these coaches do that shit. What's that?
Tom Brady's a crypt keeper, so he's fucking old as shit.
Well, but I was saying like some of these coaches
is not.
Some of these coaches do these injury designations to kind of throw off the opponent.
Yeah.
Right. They've all learned from Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is notorious for putting guys questionable throughout the entire week, and then the night before pulls their injury designation. So I wouldn't put a ton into questionable because 2 days before the game, questionable means they're going to play. It just means they didn't practice.
Yeah.
And a lot of these veterans, they get time off from practice because they're veterans, right? They're good players. If you're a dog shit player and you're questionable, could be a little bit something. But what do you guys think about this game here?
I mean, I'm leaning Cleveland here. I think a big part of that is because of the game time weather is supposed to be 60 and rainy. So that kind of just plays to the run. And you've got 2 great running backs on Cleveland here. And I'm not too sure really what's happening in Pittsburgh offensively. So I think the offensive firepower is going to be pointed towards Cleveland, and defensively, I'd probably lean. I mean, both of these are good defenses, so I'd probably lean towards that under 38.5.
Cleveland is not a good defense. They got good.
I guess, yeah,
they got good talent, but I mean, dude, this is not a
If
good
they
defense.
if they allowed 24 to Carolina and 31 to the Jets, that's
And a big part of their issue, I mean, they're 22nd DVOA right now in defense. And keep in mind, DVOA like is a weighted average compared to the rest of the league
Okay, so what's the Broncos?
right now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they're 5th DVOA.
Okay, we gotta stay fifth. You know, Jordan loves that DVOA. But more to what Ben's saying, if it's gonna be raining and it's gonna be 60 something degrees, automatically gives Cleveland a leg up because Pittsburgh clearly don't have no trust in Mitchell Trubisky to push the ball downfield. Everything is dink and dunk and try to open up the run game with Najee. So until they start doing that, they probably definitely won't do that this game because if it's expected to rain all game, both teams is going to lean on the run game and then try to hit you over the top, probably with play action or slants, stuff like that. You probably won't see too many deep balls thrown this game.
no, it's only been 2 games, but I just haven't been too impressed with Najee. I expected him to come out strong this
Well,
year.
the offensive
and-
line sucks dick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the
we're
offensive
still not-
line, and I don't think he's 100% healthy. I think he's having like a ankle issue or a knee or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had that first game.
he's not 100% healthy. I think the biggest thing here is that, TJ Watt, in my opinion, I think there's like 2 more players I can add to this list, but he coming into the season was one of 3 defensive players where like if they're out, he's worth points to the spread. Like if it's 1.5, he's definitely worth points. I mean, you saw last weekend, the Steelers weren't as good defensively. And the reason why I say that is because obviously New England isn't that great offensively. You know what I mean? They weren't good offensively against Miami, who the Ravens, and while the Ravens are probably arguably right now the best offensive team through the first 2 weeks, I mean, the Ravens they did whatever they wanted for the majority of that game, you know what I mean, against Miami. And Miami was supposedly like a great defense that we thought, right? So I kind of like the over in this game. 60 degrees and rainy, sure. But Cleveland's going to be able to run the ball. They run the ball versus everybody, right? I don't like the point spread here for the simple fact that I don't trust Jacoby Brissett, dude. Like, I'm not laying more than a field goal with Jacoby Brissett under center, dude. There's no chance. I don't care who the fuck the Steelers have at quarterback and who they don't have on defense.
Well, I think, to combat what you just said about the over and the under, I think if you're running the ball more, then you're more likely going to hit the under, especially if you don't trust the quarterbacks on each side, because that clock is consistently running.
Yeah, but the Browns just let Joe Flacco and the Jets torch them, and they let Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland, and I'm sorry, not the Cleveland,
and
the
you're
Carolina
putting
Panthers.
a lot of trust in
but
Trubisky. You just said no.
But we could say
I'm putting as much trust in Trubisky as I am Baker Mayfield. That ain't even a question.
Yeah, but we could say also with confidence, Joe Flacco is known for pushing the ball downfield.
Joe Flacco is better. I would take him over Baker Mayfield for sure.
And Mitchell Trubisky. So
And Trubisky, yeah.
let's keep in and also let's keep it in context too. That was a good weather game that they played in.
Mhm.
When the ball is raining and it's slippery and it's wet, sometimes a receiver might miss a step trying to break off a route or trying to run his route due to the field being slippery. And they play on natural grass in Cleveland, so that could be definitely slow the game down too.
Yeah, but you could also look at it like this. I mean, the Jets, they couldn't throw the ball on the Ravens, and the Ravens fucking let Tua and the Dolphins fucking throw for 476 yards.
That's true, but the Ravens had a lot of blown coverages too.
That's here nor there, nor anywhere. I mean, there's context to it. But, the Jets, they want to push the ball downfield. The Ravens didn't allow them to do that. You know what I mean? So, dude, Mitchell Trubisky.
So you basically saying the Jets, the Jets have a better defense than Cleveland?
No, not the Jets. Why the Jets?
Wait, no, you said the Ravens have a better defense than Cleveland then?
Yeah. Dude, Cleveland hasn't been able to stop nobody.
Well,
It's true.
That's true.
They haven't been able to stop Carolina or New York.
I think Baltimore's defense is one of the worst in the league. Baltimore defense DVOA right now 21st, Cleveland 22nd. So yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Cleveland's defense is much worse than Baltimore, but I definitely think they're basically as bad as each other, I guess I would say.
Where's Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh's 8th DVOA, but they were also first DVOA defense after the first week, so they dropped 7 spots in a week, and New England only put up 17 points, so it's not like they lit them up.
And Cincinnati put 20.
Yeah, Cincinnati put up 20 on them, but they also had 3 interceptions, and the White Sox are making a comeback, boys. Oh no, this is a game. We got ourselves a game. But back to this game, dude. There's no way I'm laying 4 points with Cleveland, dude. No chance.
Okay.
I like the over. I think both teams are gonna score. I could easily see this being like a 24-21 type game. Definitely.
Yeah. Not with the weather.
Dude, it's just rain and 60 degrees. 60 degrees isn't cold. You put on an air conditioner in 60 degrees, bro.
I know.
You just said you did.
No, he said he keeps the air conditioner at 69. He didn't say nothing about.
But I was like, dude, it's 60 degrees out there. And he said it's warm in my house, though.
Yeah. Well, it's not on right now because for some reason it fucks with my internet. But
so you guys both like the Browns -4.
I like the under in this game. That's my favorite bet. Under 38.
I like over 38.
If I was gonna bet, I'll bet the under with Ben, or I'll take Cleveland at home with the points. I don't trust Mitchell Trubisky.
I'm with you on that,
I don't
too.
trust.
I lean Cleveland here.
Dude, if I'm getting more than a field goal, give me the Browns because neither of these quarterbacks should be trusted. Jacoby Brissett doesn't.
Breaking news is not good news, but Jalen Hill, former UCLA forward, has died.
Yeah, I seen that, dude. That's hella sad, bro.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the next game here. We got what game we got? We got
Raiders Titans.
Raiders right now -2, Titans +2. What's your thoughts on this game, Irv?
It's a must win for both teams. I think the Titans are at home, right?
Yeah, in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the Raiders had a better record on the road than they did at home actually last year. So let's see if that continues, or I don't know. If they start 0-3, man, I don't think they make. Well, how many 0-3 teams has made the playoffs in the last 5 years? Probably not that many, but
dude, I don't even think that many in the history of the sport has, dude.
Yeah, so if they start 0-3, that's not a good sign. It might be time to pack them up. Whoever loses this game is not making the playoffs, period, point blank. And they probably can definitely forget about winning a division too, because it's a must-win game for both teams. If the Titans can run the ball, because Tannehill ain't looking good at all, so I think that's going to determine what's going on as far as the Titans.
All right, I got the answer for you. 0-3 teams, only 6 teams who have entered 0-3 out of 182 have made the playoffs.
When the last time that happened?
The Colts with Peyton Manning. And they actually made it to the Super Bowl that year. And
so
I think it was 2005.
Damn. So, and they don't have a Hall of Fame quarterback. One of the best quarterbacks ever. So, whoever loses this game, I don't think they're making the playoffs. It's probably going to come down to which QB makes the most plays, honestly, because it seems like when the Raiders are running the ball and they get a lead, they totally abandon the run game and let Carr start passing. And that short yardage, dink and duck, trying to take time off the clock clearly didn't work against the Cardinals. So if they can get a lead, hopefully they keep playing aggressive and end the game. But if the Titans get up, that's what they're built to do: play defense, play with the lead, drain the clock. So I think the turnover battle, whatever QB has the most consistent game.
Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm I'm with you on that. I think I'm going to lean Raiders here. Just for the fact of the Raiders have played. I know Buffalo was a tough team, and the Giants have come out strong, but I don't think the Giants are going to continue strong. The Raiders have played a tougher schedule with the Chargers and the Cardinals. Um, they've been putting up points. They've been allowing a lot of points, but Tennessee hasn't put up really any. I mean, 20 points against the Giants, but only 7 against Buffalo. And I know Buffalo has one of the best offenses, probably number 1 DVOA in football. But
Offense?
Defense.
No.
And then what are Niners number 1 DVOA offense?
Oh yeah, Buffalo's number 1 DVOA defense.
Yeah.
Offense number 1 DVOA is Baltimore.
Yeah. So I mean, I know Buffalo has a great defense, but they were still only able to put up 7 points, and you got to be able to at least get down to kick field goals, and that's not even happening for Tennessee here. So I'm definitely worried about the Raiders' defense, but I think they can get enough to take the 2-point spread.
So this is the one thing, dude, and I don't think a lot of people are putting enough into this. Like, if you honestly look at the Titans and Bills game, like the Titans had 4 turnovers in that game, but they were like unforced turnovers. Like, they were terrible turnovers. 2 muff punts, a fumble where Malik Willis literally is going to cut and he like hits it off the back of his tight end, and then the interception that Tannehill threw, he literally threw it to the defensive player. Like, he was right in front of the wide receiver, and he like throws it to him. I mean, those are turnovers that, like, they're rare. They're not going to happen by an NFL team week in and week out. Like, there's
but they just had 4 in one game.
Yeah, they had 4 in one game, but they were all unforced. When's the last time an NFL team had 4 unforced turnovers? Like, those are rare, very rare at this level of play. It's not
I get it, but they got their ass dominated, bro. I'm not trying to.
They did, but a big part of that is because, dude, you turn the ball over 4 times. I mean, dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, and you're not putting up points, but a turnover is a turnover.
Yeah, but the Bills' defense is much better than the Raiders' defense.
Hold on, I'm checking how many times they turned over the ball against the Giants.
I think they had 1 turnover against the Giants.
See. 2 fumbles, 1 lost, and yeah, that's it.
And the Raiders are 24th DVOA in defense. I mean, they're trash. They're not good defensively at all.
What about sacks? Are they getting sacks? I know Crosby had 2 against the Cardinals, but that ain't really much to brag about. Cardinals had one of the worst O-lines in football.
Well, Cardinals actually have the best pass rush win rate in all of football, surprisingly. Hold on 1 second. Let me. I actually was wrong. The Las Vegas Raiders are actually 20 in offense. They are 24th. And they're 26 in pass DVOA, dude. And on defense, they are actually 15th. They're 16th in rush DVOA though. And then hold on, let me see sacks here. Defense. Let's see here. Let's see. Las Vegas Raiders. They're 11th in sack percentage.
Oh.
So, I mean, they're not, like, phenomenal. They're not bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like they're right there in the middle. I don't know, but you got to remember, dude, Tennessee at home, right? 5.5 points. No way the Raiders should be laying 5.5 versus anybody. Or what is it? Minus 2 points?
Yeah.
That
changes things. And you got to think about it. At home, they're getting 3 points. So they're really saying.
No, I don't know. I don't think Las Vegas is worth 3 points because they have like 50-50 at best.
No, Tennessee.
Maybe 3 points, more like 2. I think this is saying like these two are pick 'em at, or the Raiders are probably like 5 points better neutral field.
Yeah. So they are giving them 3.
I'm not sure if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm still leaning Oakland here.
It's just Raiders 0-2 ATS right now. Tennessee 0-2 ATS. I think
it's gonna be a 2-point game, huh?
I was definitely
it's gonna be another push.
Could be a push. I was definitely down on Tennessee coming into the year. Like I thought the AFC South was definitely the Colts to run away with. That obviously hasn't been the case. But Tennessee has looked much worse than I thought they would. Yep. And offensively, we knew like they have to get out in the lead. Like they have to play from ahead. Like that's how they play. They play with Derrick Henry. They have to lead with Derrick Henry.
Well, it's the crazy thing is that you've got 2 0-2 teams in Indianapolis and Tennessee that could still win this division because Houston's not going to do it. Jacksonville's not going to do it.
Jacksonville could win this division.
Actually, I think Jacksonville can win the division. They look good.
Yeah, why not Jacksonville?
And they should be 2-0.
Yeah, I mean it took a miracle for them to lose against the commies.
I don't think we're gonna see it long term.
Man, Colts are cooked. I'm sorry.
Bro, the Jacksonville Jaguars have talent, dude. We said it last year when they had Urban Meyer as the coach. It was just the weakness was Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of injuries.
They had a lot of injuries. But I mean, when you're drafting top 5 every year, bro, you're gonna have talent on your team.
And didn't they take eight defensive players the year before?
No, that was Carolina.
That was Carolina, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Jacksonville, they have talent, dude. And Trevor Lawrence has looked every bit of what we expected of him. I mean, I know he had like moments in that commies game where he wasn't very good, but I mean, last week,
he looked good last week.
He looked very good against a good defense too. So,
yeah,
I think that's I don't know, man. I don't like this game. I don't want to bet it, but I'm gonna take the Titans +2 here, just to make a pick.
What's the over under?
Over under is 45 and a half.
45 and a half.
I'll go over.
I feel like that's kind of, I don't know, dude.
Well, I just don't see that and where they're getting.
Yeah, that's true because the Titans ain't been scoring points. The Raiders been putting up enough points.
They're averaging 21.
Yeah, the Raiders actually haven't been putting up very, very many points.
But
yeah, sure. I thought they put up more. So yeah, I'll take the under in that game.
Yeah, I just and like I see where Tennessee and I see where they're getting that number because Tennessee is allowing 31 points per game, but that's because of that blowout against Buffalo. Nobody's going to put up 41 on them again.
Yeah, probably not, especially at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their defense is not bad. So we've seen what that defense could do, even though the Bengals had a dog shit O-line. They still had 9 sacks in the game. So that lets you know they got talent up front. And the secondary ain't bad either. It's just they linebackers are suspect.
The Titans' offensive line is banged up, though. Like, Taylor Lewan did leave in the Giants game, and then he also left in the Bills game, and he left on the first drive, dude.
Okay, so he got to get healthy. He's playing through some major pain right now.
And that was when things really changed. I mean, the game was 7-7 when he was in the game. The second he leaves, I mean, you saw the Bills were just getting unrelentless pressure on what's his name? Let's see. Tennessee Titans injuries. Taylor Lewan. It's his knee too, bro. They have him listed as questionable, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, dude. I think this is one that you got to kind of monitor throughout the week. And you know, in a game like this, you kind of want to predict the line movement. So if you like the Raiders -2, I think you fire away now. Take the -2. Because that's probably the best number you're going to get, because it's probably going to move to like Titans +3, +3.5, at which point, if I like Tennessee, if this line gets to 3.5, I'm absolutely taking Tennessee. There's no doubt about it. I'm taking Tennessee.
I'd go up to 3, but anything over that, if it gets to 3.5, I'd go Tennessee. Yeah, 3 I think is going to be a push, to be honest.
Well, you know, I I want them motherfuckers to go 0-17. So the more they lose, the happier I'll be.
True.
I'm with you, Ben. I actually like this under, dude.
I think I don't think there's any reasoning for the under or for the over.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the. That's probably gonna be my best bet. Actually,
I've got that written down. So
I like that under 45. All right, let's move on to the next game here. We got the where are we at? We got the Ravens.
Pats.
Are we doing Ravens Pats?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ravens against the Patriots -3. Ravens heading into New England. Very interesting stat here. John Harbaugh 100% against the spread, coming off a loss where he is a dog, or I mean he's -3 favorite or less. So very interesting stat here. He's never lost against the spread, coming off a loss where the spread is 3 or worse. So basically, if he's laying 3, covers the spread every time or worse, or less, I should say, not worse. Ervin, what you think about this game?
I think the Ravens are gonna try to get it back in blood after that loss to the Dolphins. So,
Yep.
Ravens by a landslide. I know New England is pretty good at home, and they always gonna have a decent defense. I can't remember the last time they was out of the top 10, top 15, but Lamar is clearly playing at a high level right now. They should have won that Dolphins game. I don't know how the hell you let Tua throw for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns, damn near, well, almost 506 touchdowns. But I think they bounced back pretty good this week. Lamar's playing at a high level. Even though if I was Lamar agent, he wouldn't be playing at all because there's no way I would let my investment be out there on a prove it deal when he earned his contract 2-3 years ago.
As long as you let him poop at halftime, you're good. You're golden.
What do you think about this game, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I look at it as both of these teams have played Miami, and that kind of gives me a good judgment of, where both of these teams are at. I think, Irv, you're right. They shouldn't have lost last week. And, we look at what they were, the end of the third quarter. And the Ravens have a substantial lead over Miami. Then you look at what Miami did the Patriots 2 weeks or not this last week, but the week before, and it's a 20-7 game. Mac did not look good. He did look a little bit better against Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh hasn't really done anything to show that was a good win for the Patriots.
They didn't have TJ, so.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to go with that -3. I think it is a redemption game because of that loss last week is going to, that's circled, highlighted, like that's
yeah. You don't get over a loss like that till you get your next win.
Yeah, and your next big win.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a chance.
Chris commented on our post, by the way. He said Taylor Lewan may be out for the year.
Damn.
So that's something interesting to take into account. I haven't seen out for the year, but I did see that he is still questionable, and the fact he left in both games is concerning. Back to the Patriots though, and the Ravens. I lean Ravens -3. I don't love it because they're going on the road. Gillette Stadium is I don't even know if it's still called Gillette Stadium, but that is a difficult place to play in. New England, while they have been pretty bad, and I do think that they are bad offensively, I still think they are respectable defensively. They are 11th DVOA, and they have played they did play Miami, and they held Miami down, in which Baltimore couldn't do. You know what I mean? So I do think that, Mac Jones, he may be able to make enough plays to at least cover the spread here. I do lean the Ravens though -3 just because I think that offense is way too dynamic, and I do think that they're going to be able to score on New England enough to at least win the game. And because it's 3 points, I would lean Baltimore. I would like this better at less than a touchdown, like a -2, -2.5. It's not there. So therefore, it's a stay away game for me. The over under though, I think we could have something over 43.5.
See, but you got to look at what Baltimore did for the first 3 quarters against Miami. I mean, you let Miami score 28 points. They basically just gave up there.
No, they didn't give up.
Yeah,
it was just blown coverage. But
you're up 35-14 going into the third.
Yeah, they dominated that game, bro. But they played poorly in the fourth quarter, and they allowed Miami to come back. Like, Miami came back in 8 plays. They came back. It took 8 plays. That's what it took. Because Baltimore's secondary not good, right? And that's a concern because if Tua could do that, anybody can do it. Obviously, Mac Jones doesn't have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I understand. But Mac Jones is a better quarterback than Tua, in my opinion.
He don't have better weapons, though.
Doesn't have better weapons. I do agree with that. I lean Baltimore here.
And sometimes weapons can make you look a lot better as a QB than you really are. Look when Dak had all those weapons throwing for fucking 5,000 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take Baltimore here for the show's sake, but I'm not taking this in real life. And I lean the over. I like the over because I think Baltimore can score 30-plus points on just about anybody.
That's true.
And because of that, you just need like 2 touchdowns from New England, which they should absolutely be able to get. I mean, they got 2 touchdowns on Pittsburgh, which is a much better defense than Baltimore.
Yeah. And
it was on the road. So I like the over in this game, actually. That's probably my play here.
Okay.
But we're all taking...
I like Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore -3.
Well, we're all taking Baltimore. Money line has no value. I mean, you're gonna have to lay like minus 150.
I'm the parlay king. All I look at is money line, baby. That's all I care about. And that over.
I mean, if you're looking at a parlay, minus 165 is not that bad.
See,
I'm still gonna go at the -3 for minus 110.
But I'll listen to y'all. I'll do Ravens -3.
All right, so we're all on Ravens -3 in this game, and I like the over here. All right, let's talk about this next game. We got a game between 2-0 teams. We got the Bills heading into Miami. This line actually opened -3.5. Right now it's at -5.5, favoring the Bills. So they're laying the -5.5, and the total is at 54. It opened at 51. So
Bills on the road.
Bills are on the road in Miami.
Give me the Bills, because if Miami plays anything like they played against the Ravens, that game is gonna get ugly. It's probably gonna look a lot like the game against the Titans did.
Well, Miami didn't turn. I mean, they had 2 turnovers against the Ravens, but
yeah, I just don't see Miami putting up the points on that defense. If you can hold the Rams to 10,
keep in mind,
Tennessee
dude, the Bills are banged up, dude.
Yeah, the secondary might be a little banged up, but I think as much pressure as that front four is getting, and they don't have to blitz, that might cause some problems for Tua, because he struggles against zone coverage, and you can start sitting on routes because when he starts feeling the pressure, he refuses to throw the ball downfield. So
Ed Oliver also questionable.
Bobby Hart is suspended as well.
Yeah, that just mean the Bills have to speed up the offense a little bit. Probably depend on the run a little bit more, or getting Josh Allen on some rollouts if he's going to be under pressure.
The Bills could be out 3 of their starting defensive linemen. Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, both questionable right now. They haven't been reported because they didn't practice today, so we don't know. We don't have an updated injury list. So
if they don't practice by Thursday, Friday will be pushing it, then they might not be playing.
At which point I think that this may be a take Miami before the line comes down.
I'm talking 5.5 points though.
At home.
I don't know, man. Bills look like the best team in football, so until somebody gives them a competitive game, keep riding with the Bills.
But we all talked about how the Dolphins played better against New England and Baltimore than they should have.
If I got -3.5, I would love it. -5.5, not so much.
Two playoff teams have scored a total of 17 points, and one was the world champion against the Bills.
Yeah, but the Rams aren't going to be as good as they were last year, and
they still got a good offense.
Not as good.
Taking this at least a 7.
And they just beat the Bills was in the AFC Championship. No, the Titans was in the AFC Championship 2 years ago, and they still have most of that team intact. Yeah, that's not a bad team at all. So
no, that Titans team was never going to be as good as they were last year, bro. Never.
Probably not, but I'm just saying.
Never.
They still were a playoff team. And I think
unforced turnovers for them to.
It wasn't they the number 1 seed last year?
Yeah, but I mean they were never the number. No one ever thought they were the number 1 team, dude. They played in like the worst division.
That's all I'm saying. The Bills look like the best team in football, and if they're -5 on the road, I'm taking it all day.
Division rival, I'm taking the points here. It's just too much for me.
Yeah, let's look at that high over under at 53.5.
I'd probably take the under, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd probably say take the under too. I don't see the Bills
in Lightning.
Yeah, I don't see the Bills putting up 41 on the Dolphins.
Yeah, unless and the Dolphins are going to have 4 unforced turnovers that are going to lead to in their own territory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but how many can Miami put up? 21.
Well, yeah, I mean Miami has a good offense, dude.
So if Miami puts up 21, then you're only looking at 32 points for Buffalo.
I don't think Buffalo scores 32 points.
I think the final will be like 28-21 or 28-17, something like that.
Yeah, I like the under in this game. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game.
And it's gonna be in Miami, good weather. Humidity might come into play. Oh, we'll see.
Don't they play in a dome now though?
What's that?
Don't they play in like a dome?
No,
not a dome, but
still
like
open.
A retractable. It's open air.
Outdoor.
Yeah, it's still open air.
And Lightning and Thunder.
What was the Bills' record last year in Miami? Do we know?
I think they won both. Didn't they win both games?
I don't know. Can we look at Josh Allen and
I'm pulling it up right now.
I'll look it up.
In Miami, because Miami, dude, the Miami flu is real, bro. Teams that in cold,
but that's for West Coast teams traveling to Miami.
Nah, works in the East Coast too. Look at Bill Belichick's record in Miami, dude. It's always been shitty, even when the Patriots were hella better than the Dolphins.
Last year at Miami, Buffalo won 35-0.
What week was that though?
Week 2.
All right. What year before?
Yeah, well, it don't matter.
They play every year. It's the same team, basically the same team.
But
at Miami, also week 2, Buffalo wins 31-28.
See what I'm saying? And that Miami team 2 years before that was the team that we all thought was gonna lose fucking 15 games.
They also won in Buffalo 56-26.
Yeah, give me the 5.5 here.
Yeah, give me the Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
Give me the 5.5. That actually might be best bet material.
You're going Dolphins plus 5.5?
I am.
Yikes.
Bro, every time I go against both of you, I always end up winning.
Okay, that's fine. You won't win this one though. That's that winning streak. That winning streak is coming to an end.
All right, we'll see because it might continue on this one too. We got the Eagles at the Commanders. Right now, Eagles -6.5. This is in Washington. It actually opened as a pick. Got bet all the way to -6.5. Over under is 47.
No, it opened at a pick'em.
Yeah,
damn.
Opened at a pick.
Well, until the Commanders can prove that they can stop turning the ball over and stop somebody on defense, I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Hey, be careful for the Washington Commanders, man. They are actually one of the best offensive teams, surprisingly.
Yeah, we said they've been putting up plenty of points. They just can't stop nobody.
They do have Swiss cheese defense, dude. That is for sure. However,
is Chase Young coming back?
Who?
Is Chase Young coming back?
Chase Young, I doubt he's back this week, dude. Let me see.
Then Give me the Eagles because that's another guy. When I think he's healthy, he can definitely impact the game. So
Nah, they don't have him even listed on here.
well,
Yeah, and until Washington proves that they can stop somebody, and until somebody stops the Philadelphia, I don't see how you can not take Philly here.
Bro,
Eagles. I mean,
yeah, we know you don't believe in Jalen Hurts still. He didn't score in the second half.
well, this is the thing, dude. Is I watched some of that tape back from the second half, and Minnesota really figured out how to neutralize the RPO. And once they were able to do that, Philly couldn't move the ball, dude. Philly only had 109 yards of total offense in the second half.
Okay, do you trust Washington to figure that out and do that for an entire game?
I mean, their head coach does have a degree from USC, so he should be intelligent enough to do so.
Let's not confuse USC with Jack Del Rio. Even when he was at USC, I'm pretty sure that was dog shit. So let's just stick to him.
Bro, he played with fucking Ronnie Lott.
Wait, what year? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking the junior Seau years. I'm thinking they played together. But no, let's just stick to this. Has Jack Del Rio showed any shape or form of slowing down anybody?
No. And that's an issue.
So what makes you think it's going to change because he's playing against Jalen Hurts, who's actually playing better than both of the quarterbacks that pretty much ripped his defense apart the last 2 weeks?
This is the thing, though, is Washington has been good against Philadelphia when Jalen Hurts has been the quarterback. The one game that Philly won against Washington last year, Philadelphia literally had a guy that they got off the street to play quarterback because their entire quarterback room had COVID. So they had to pull a guy that didn't even know the plays.
I get that, Jordan, but we're talking about here and now.
I am. And
where's Washington at DVOA?
This was the same defense last year that wasn't good. That was able to neutralize.
Just tell me where Washington at DVOA before we move on.
Defense 28th.
28, right? And you're banking on the 28th ranked defense and your
well, you got to remember we're 2 weeks in, right? All right, and this Washington defense, and Irv, you will admit it too, this defense has too much talent.
Okay, and they have too much talent on their front four, which means they should be able to have a good pass rush, should help the secondary, and they should be able to get a good amount of stops. But they haven't been able to stop the Jaguars
the Jaguars may be better than we think, and they won that game.
I get that, but they haven't been able to stop the Jaguars. They haven't been able to stop.
They beat the Jaguars, though. They stopped them enough to win.
Okay, but the Jaguars beat themselves. We all know that. Washington did not win that game because of their defense. They won that game because.
So in that same aspect, you could say that the Titans and Bills game should have been a lot closer if the fucking Titans now 4.
Okay, but we're not talking about that.
I'm saying if you're going to use that same logic, you have to use that here too.
You can't apply that logic to a team that we've seen that can't be able to stop anyone.
Nah.
You're just going to magically
You're saying
play
that the
defense?
Jaguars beat themselves, but the Washington Commanders didn't make enough plays to stop them to win. I agree, dude. Washington's defense, not great. However, this is a division game.
How many points did the Jaguars leave on the field against Washington?
I mean, how many points do a lot of people leave on the field?
That's just saying,
part of football. It's a game of inches.
Let's just be real here. I understand you're not a fan of Jalen Hurts.
It's not about a fan. I don't think Jalen Hurts can win you a championship. Can he win you games fine. In the regular season?
We're talking about winning a divisional game, and he's playing pretty.
They might win. I don't think they're going to cover 5.5
against a team that's playing like absolute dog shit.
But can score.
Okay, and the Eagles.
So there could be a backdoor cover.
The Eagles have shown that they're playing pretty good defense. Besides the Lions coming back playing.
They let the Lions that's what I'm saying though. Backdoor cover, bro.
Yeah, but they was playing
backdoor cover is always available.
We all know what prevent defense gets you. It gets you beat.
Backdoor cover is always there. And to be honest, if Kirk Cousins wasn't such dog shit in primetime, the Vikings probably win that game if we're being real. They were 1 for 4 in the red zone, dude.
Okay, I get that. We know Kirk sucks in primetime. But let's stick to. Do you think that the Washington Commanders will play good enough defense to stop the Eagles enough to win the game?
Yes, I do. No, I don't know about win the game, but they're going to cover the 5.5
I don't even think they cover the 5.5
because they can always
honestly.
backdoor it because the Eagles always allow backdoor covers because
They was down 22-7 to Detroit, and that's a team we both had under what 5.5 wins, 6.
But Detroit might be better than we thought, especially the way they were able to move the ball.
Okay,
Against.
and the Commanders are just all offense, so they just gonna score enough to keep.
They have enough
games.
talent on defense. It's been 2 weeks, bro.
Okay, that's
they can
fine.
still be
but
better defensively.
That talent is not showing anything. It's not.
Through 2 weeks, absolutely hasn't. It hasn't.
And I'm shocked. They have what 5 first rounders on their D line.
Yeah, this is a team though, dude. It's only been 2 weeks, and this is a team that 2 years ago was number 3 DVOA in defense. It's basically the same defense.
And their secondary is their secondary ain't good. Secondary not good either.
Secondary isn't great, no, but really where they're struggling is against a rush, which is definitely Philly's.
And what is Philly averaging right now in the run game?
I get that, but it's a different kind of run game, and if they neutralize the RPO, which I think they can, because I think that film is out there now. They neutralize that RPO, it changes the whole dynamic of how Philly wants to play, dude. And it's going to force Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, and I don't think he can do that effectively against anybody because he wasn't able to do it against Washington last year.
Okay, but he's clearly improved.
He's improved when he's throwing to guys wide open, dude. Look at the tape from last week. Look at the tape from the last 2 weeks. He's throwing to guys wide open because of the RPO, because teams are so scared of the run. And Minnesota was able to neutralize that in the second half. They completely took the run out and made him make throws, and he could not make throws. He even threw an interception because he threw it a foot and a half over the running back's fucking head, and it hit him in the fucking fingertips as he's trying to jump up to catch it.
Okay, that's fine. But by then they were already down 23-7.
Yeah, but dude, they were 1 for 4 in the red zone. They had opportunities, but Kirk Cousins sucks.
But you can't take that away.
Are you
from
telling me that?
Defense.
Are you telling me that Philadelphia?
Y'all are getting way too into Eagles.
Are you telling me that? Hold on. Are you telling me that Philadelphia? Are you telling me that Philadelphia purposely let Minnesota come back because they wanted to stop them in the red zone? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm saying they defense stepped up in the red zone. They got stopped.
Sure, but their offense couldn't move the ball. Are you telling me that they didn't want to move the ball, that they just wanted to go 4 and out and punt it?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying whatever Minnesota did to slow down the Eagles in the second half, it didn't affect the outcome.
Yeah,
of the
because
game
their offense sucked.
Because the Eagles played good enough on both sides of the ball to win.
Sure, but they were also winning Kirk Cousins, who's 2-10 in primetime.
Philadelphia's offense sucked. They got 486 yards.
Yeah, and 109 in the second half.
Okay. That's not sucking.
Yeah, 109 out of 400 and something? Are you serious? Well, they could not move the ball in the second half.
4 in the whole game.
Yeah, because they had 4.
You divide that in 2. That's only 100. Bro, that's at best 130.
They had 4 drives inside the 50-yard line. They couldn't score because Kirk Cousins sucks.
But you can't dictate Kirk Cousins just sucks. He has an all-world wide receiver to throw.
Yeah, but he sucks in primetime. Like that's
we've been talking about this for way too long.
The Eagles made stops.
Move on to
let's just face it.
We know Kirk Cousins sucks in primetime, though. Like, that's a known fact. Like, you can just say, like, Kirk Cousins is good, but we know he's not good in primetime. Like, we know that. It's historically a known fact. Like, we have enough.
So what is Wentz going to
much time on this game?
What is Wentz going to do, though?
Well, Wentz is better in primetime than Kirk Cousins. I can promise you that.
This isn't a primetime game.
Is that?
But what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter. Wentz, and he has the revenge factor too. On top of that,
just put some respect on Jalen Hurts in the Eagles game. They're going to
Jordan, you're going plus 6.5.
Commanders.
Sure, you're going minus 6.5.
Yeah, minus 6.5, and I'm comfortable with the cover. Very comfortable. One of my best bets.
Packers Bucks next game.
No chance, dude.
Packers Bucks.
We got Packers plus 2.5. Buccaneers minus 2.5. This is in Tampa, where Aaron Rodgers doesn't seem to like to win in the state of Florida. Probably because he's doing ayahuasca or whatever.
Mike Evans suspended, though.
Mike Evans.
So that's definitely going to affect their offense.
Mike Evans is suspended.
Julio might not play.
Josh Wells doubtful. Akeem Hicks out. Tampa Bay's beat up.
Yeah.
Tom
So
Brady is getting an extra day though.
yeah, I'll take. I feel comfortable with the points with the Green Bay Packers.
You also
That's
have to
tough.
remember you've got the refs on Tampa's side. Always.
The Bears
Always.
played a lot. My bad. The Niners played a lot better, but the Packers played a lot better Sunday night against a better defense, in my opinion. The Bears against the Vikings. So I think them with the points, but plus 2.5.
Yeah, I also think it's a big concern though that the Packers could not stop the run on Sunday night at all against the Bears. And I think that could be an issue because that's what Tampa Bay is going to want to do, and that's what they do
Yeah,
well.
but you also have to
But can
factor in the Bears have a dual threat quarterback, and the Bucks don't.
That's fair, but I mean, like they were getting like 10 yards a carry when they were handing it off to Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery averaged 8.1. Khalil Herbert 9.5.
Dude, it was ugly, bro. Like it wasn't even. Green Bay could not stop the run, dude. And that could be
Justin Fields 8 carries for 20 yards, 2.5 average.
And that could be an issue going forward for a team like Green Bay, dude, because if you can't stop the run, it's hard to win football games. You know what I mean? And can they adjust? Absolutely.
Fournette can't run all that great.
Fournette, dude, he ran hella good against the Saints, and the Saints are like one of the best run-stopping defenses in the league.
24 carries, 65 yards.
Dude, Saints are one of the best run defenses in the league.
Yeah, but you're talking about an average of 2.7 yards per carry.
Yeah, but I promise you, the Packers defensive line is nowhere near as good as the Saints defensive line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the more Ben talks about it, yeah, I'm comfortable with the Packers and the points.
I just don't. I don't think Fournette is as strong as he's given credit for. He's a good running back. He's not anything special.
Green Bay 30th against the rush DVOA, second to last, third to last.
And they've played the Packers and
they played
Dalvin Cook.
They played the Bears and the Vikings.
Yeah, they played Dalvin Cook and
And what are the Bucks running the ball?
The Bucks running the ball are
112 yards on average per game.
They're 23rd rush DVOA. They've been pretty bad offensively. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so I think Rodgers makes enough plays to cover the 2.5 points.
I'm gonna go under 42 here too.
Tampa is one of the best defenses in the league right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you keep blitzing. You blitzing Rodgers like you blitz Jameis Winston. Good luck.
Yeah, that definitely could kill them for sure. I probably lean Green Bay here too. Just because I think there's just too many injuries for Tampa to overcome, especially losing Mike Evans on an offense that's already been struggling as is.
Yeah,
I think that could be trouble.
Someone did tell me once upon a time that Russell Gage is a 1, so he'll be a 1 this weekend. Let's see how far that gets you.
A lot of people thought Russell Gage was gonna be that guy at one point. Yeah, I think we're all on. I think we're all on whatchamacallit, Packers here.
Shout out Tampa Bay. Get ready for an L.
Let's hope so. All right, let's move over to your Broncos. Broncos and
Niners.
Well,
unfortunately, Niners minus 1.5 right now, by the way.
My boy Trey 5 is out for the season. Yeah. Some reports came out that the team feels that they're better with Jimmy G. So we'll see. The defense looks damn good, though. They got 2 Trojans, both of them balling. I can't stand to see a Trojan in red and gold, but, I got to live with it. So Denver is at home. We do have real home field advantage, but is Paul Hackett going to call a good enough game for us to win? Because if we play like we did the last 2 weeks, this game could get ugly because the Niners, all defense is for real.
And my question is going to be how much is Russ going to step up because it is Jimmy G and the Niners? Because there's that history there.
He does own the Niners.
It could be. I've been hearing a lot about him owning the Niners from Niner fans, but we'll see. This is a pick 'em. So
Yeah. I'm
Whether
still
you-
going Niners minus a point and a half just because of the defense. But I don't. If it's more than 3, I don't know if I'd bet it.
What's the over under?
45.
Probably take the under there.
I'll take the under for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the under is pretty good. It did open at 45 and a half. It's only been bet down to 45, so I think that's a pretty good number to take there. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
fair.
Judy is clear for practice. Patrick Surtain, the second, is clear for practice. So we are going to be healthy. We are going to be missing Justin Simmons, though. So it didn't hurt us too bad against the Texans, but they were able to get a good amount of completions over the middle of the field. So that might be a concern, not having Justin Simmons. So we'll see. But I think it's definitely going to be a close game. Could come down to a field goal or untimely turnover, something like that. These are two pretty good teams. Both teams should be in the playoffs. So we'll see how it works out. Whoever wins this game is going to be a big win for that team. Could jumpstart them to a pretty good win streak. So keep an eye on that too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, Russell Wilson. Irv, I said it before the year. I was like, there's a lot of questions about him that aren't answered. And we're going to get those answers this year because the excuses are no more because he has everything he needs. I think this is one of those games because he looked like dog shit against the Texans, dude. Like, he looked awful. And he looked good against the Seahawks, to be honest. They just couldn't score because they fumbled the ball twice in the red zone. You know what I mean? That's like that's not going to happen very often.
Yeah, our problem is not the 20 to the 20. It's when we get past the 20.
Yeah.
What the hell are we going to do?
What they're going to do in the red zone. And that could become an issue because I do think that you're going to have to convert in the red zone. Both these teams, not just the Broncos.
Yeah,
the
you
Niners
got to
too.
convert. The Broncos have to convert in the red zone to beat teams like the Chargers or the Chargers and the Chiefs. You're not going to kick field goals and beat those two teams.
Yeah. Because of the home field advantage, dude, I think I'm going to take the Broncos here. I'm going to take the 1.5 because the Broncos, in my opinion, have arguably them or the Seahawks have like the best home field advantage. Obviously, Mile High, it's real. Like, the altitude is real. So I'm gonna take the 1.5. Plus, with Russ's history, he's 20-3 against the Niners in his career. So like, he's really dominated the Niners. So I like the Broncos here, man. I think they're gonna get this done. I think that they finally figure things out here. Their defense has been good too. They held the Seahawks to under 75 yards of offense in the second half of that Monday night game. They just couldn't convert in the red zone. That was really the biggest thing. But like I said, it's football. A lot of crazy shit happened in that game. It just seemed the ball bounced Seattle's way. Denver at home here. Give me the 1.5.
Yeah, gun to my head, I'll take the 1.5 because we're at home. But I really like the under though.
Yeah, I think the under.
I think both defenses top 5 in DVOA, right?
Yep.
So yeah, could be a defensive struggle.
Yeah, they're both top 5, which probably means that it's gonna be a shootout.
Okay,
that's usually how it works. Whenever there's two good defensive teams, it always ends up being a fucking shootout, dude.
Yeah, but it is the Broncos rated so high because they played the Seahawks and the Texans.
I mean, the Texans aren't terrible, and DVOA is weighted, so it's weighted based on opponent average and stuff. Yeah. The thing though with the Seahawks, so is the Seahawks didn't even have a ton of yards, dude. Like, the Seahawks didn't move the ball at all. It's just the Broncos had 2 terrible turnovers in the red zone, which basically cost them the game.
Yeah,
you take those 2 turnovers away, and the likelihood of having 2 turnovers in the red zone. I mean, it's happened
on the 1 yard line.
It's happened one time in the history of this game, or since 1982. But I mean, it's very uncommon. Like, it took a miracle basically for Seattle to win that game. And then against the Texans, again, the Broncos' biggest weakness was that they couldn't convert in the red zone. Like, that was it. And they didn't move the ball very well. But the Texans, if we're gonna be honest, they're a much better team than people think they are.
Yeah, I got to get them some credit. I thought they was,
and they're a well-coached team too.
They look a lot better.
They're a well-coached team, and they have a lot more talent than people think. And
And
honestly,
they should have won against the Colts.
They probably could have won the Broncos game too. I mean, Davis Mills had a
True.
couple bad drives at the end that kind of cost them, but give me the 1.5, dude. I like the Niners. I like their run game. I like their defense. And honestly, I do think Jimmy G gives them a better chance to make it further in the playoffs. But I just think this is a tough spot. Sunday night in Denver, Mile High. Place gonna be rocking. Bronco fans are gonna be jumping, and they're underdogs at home, dude. When's the last time the Broncos were an underdog at home?
Probably the AFC Championship against Tom Brady.
Last year, multiple times.
Well, that's when we didn't have a quarterback, so wouldn't be surprised.
And they probably covered a lot of the times they were dogs at home. They probably covered a lot of times they were dogs at home. Actually, let's look it up. Let's check it. I'm interested to see that. Let me see here. Denver Broncos. Where are we at? Denver. Damn, the Monday night game's Dallas and New York.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
Jesus Christ, dude. Why do they do this to us, bro?
They thought it was going to be a shellacking when they scheduled it.
All right, so Denver at home last year, they were dogs against the Chargers, and they didn't cover. Dogs against the Raiders, and they covered. KC, they were dogs, and they covered. They were 15.5-point dogs, and they covered. Or 9.5-point dogs, and they covered. And then that's all the data I have so far. So, I mean, Denver is a good home. This is a better team than last year, too. Although I don't like your head coach. Nathaniel Hackett, I think, isn't a good head coach, but it's to be determined. Ben, what are you taking? You taking Niners?
Of course I'm taking Niners. Defense is just too strong. It puts to shame anything that the Broncos have put up or have gone against this season. So,
I mean, Seattle's defense isn't that bad. They're terrible. I mean, you guys could barely move the ball against them. What was the final score of that game? 27.
It was 27-7.
Yeah, and you guys had like 20 points at halftime. You couldn't even do anything in the second half. Oh, let me guess. You let them come back. That's the theme of the night. Let them come back.
Nah, nobody let nobody come back. Who said they came back? They only scored 7 points.
Nah, but they weren't trying to move the ball. They were trying to get first down.
No, it's not about them trying to move the ball. You're trying to make an excuse about Kirk Cousins not converting in the red zone, and we said the defense played good enough to stop them. And
the defense absolutely did play good enough to stop them, but the offense couldn't do anything in the second half.
Okay, that's fine. They built up a lead, so it doesn't matter if they got shut down.
Yeah, but you still don't want to just get shut down, dude.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, once that film's out there now, we're gonna see this weekend, baby.
Let's get some best bets going.
Yeah, let's go, y'all.
All right,
my best bet. I'll lead it off. Ravens -3 on the road against the Patriots. Take that to the bank.
That's the only one.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, what's another? Give me a second one.
Another
Broncos?
best bet I like the Bills. No, Packers.
-2.5. Or
No, they plus ain't they?
2.5.
Plus 2.5.
Yeah. All right, I too am going to go with Baltimore -3. I think that's it's a great line there. I think it is going to be a comeback game. And if you look at the way that these two teams have played against Miami, Ravens should have beat them. Patriots kind of got trounced 20-7 there. So I'm going to go Baltimore in the comeback game at -3. And then I'm going to go Raiders and Titans under 45.5. I think this is way too high. I think this is majorly inflated by the Buffalo Buffalo win against Tennessee, where there were 48 points put up in that game, 41-7. I don't think the Raiders are going to even come close to that. And you've got Tennessee averaging 13.5 points. I think there'll be maybe 40 points here. I think 45.5 is way too much.
Yeah, my two best bets, I'm going to go Oakland, Tennessee under 45.5. I completely agree. I just don't think that there's going to be a ton of offense in this game. Because of that, give me the under 45.5. And then as my second best bet, I'm gonna go Washington Commanders plus 6.5 at home, division game. Give me the home team. Give me once in a lifetime, baby. Let's go. Take me to the bank, baby.
I'm unpacking the L. It's coming up.
Bro, all right, Irv, let's do this. If the Commanders cover 6.5 or 5.5, 6.5 it is.
Mm-hmm.
They cover 6.5. You're drinking Hennessy on the show.
What, shots again?
Yeah. If
That's fine.
If the Commanders don't cover 6.5, your boy taking shots.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it down here.
I'm glad I'm just chilling on the sideline here.
My boy Jalen Hurts go bring it home. They win it plus by 10 minimum.
Are you willing to make that the shot bet? 10 points.
Nah, we doing cover. I'm just doing what I think is. I'm just saying what I think is gonna happen.
Hey, I mean, you like them minus 10. I'll take the plus 10.
Nah, I'm not giving you plus 10. I'm giving you the spread that we just agreed on.
All right, let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna go one up with you guys. Whoever loses, I'm gonna take a shot with them because I've never had Hennessy before. So my first shot of Hennessy.
I am not drinking Hennessy, dude.
On
There's
this
no
podcast.
fucking way.
Oh yeah, of course you're doing Hennessy.
No, dude. I'll throw
We're doing
up,
Hen.
bro. I will throw up. I will literally vomit on this on right here, dude.
Okay.
Just the
Well,
smell of it will make me throw up.
Irv, you lose. I'm doing a shot of Hennessy with you.
All right.
Jordan,
I'll do
if
whiskey.
you lose, you'll do whiskey. Okay, then I'll have a shot of whiskey.
Whiskey or tequila. I'm not doing no Hennessy though, dog.
Okay, well let me know and I'll get a bottle. I don't have either, but I have whiskey, but I don't have anything I can take a shot of. So
All right, fair enough. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. Make sure to go to Devour.com or download the Devour app straight to your mobile device. Use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's free craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to move. What a lovely service. Capitalism.
Welcome to Heartbreak this weekend for you.
Nah, never, dude. Never. I always make smart bets, man. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to join us tomorrow night. Ervin and I will be back 9:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be talking college football. We'll be breaking down some games, handicapping them, picking them. We got a great slate on deck, which we kind of talked about a little bit last night. Very much looking forward to that. For Big Ball and Ben Larson, Swerve and Ervin, I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks. Lads, we will catch y'all later. Have a blessed Wednesday. Let's go.
peace.